Somebody's moving their furniture. You can hear. Hi. All right, 2 minutes and 25 seconds. It's only a couple of minutes. I can hear the furniture moving. That's right. He's rearranging the furniture.
Is it too loud?
The furniture rearranging.
I need to just make the feng shui correct.
It's feng shui.
Actually, I'm serious about it. It's got to be. I want to be sitting in the right part of the room. I need to be in the exit needs to be directly in front of me.
Right.
How much money have we made so far on this? How much? What's the total so far on the money side of things?
1 penny.
I don't know. We have people in the counting room counting all the pennies.
People can hear you, guys.
We have counting staff.
No, people
I
can
love
hear
that.
you.
Like in Casino, the movie, with who's in Casino? Mel Gibson.
It's before my time.
Faye Dunaway? Can't remember.
Faye Dunaway. You don't understand movies, man. I understand film.
Yes, we know. It's your brief career in film. You know, this is our second to last show of the season, of the year.
I'm kind of sad about that, you know.
Of the season.
Second to last show until the fall.
I'm going to keep broadcasting.
No, all by yourself. Okay.
24 hours a day. Well, I better plug in the computer before the show starts.
Radio Free Paul.
Radio
Oh, he's serious. He's got to plug in the computer.
There's no electricity here.
All right, it's
Toilet until we finish the show. I know.
You know, it's 9:01. All right, it's time to go. Oh my God! Ouch!
Sorry, we have an electric toilet.
Are you ready?
It's highly unusual. Yes,
3,
having an electric toilet because we live uphill.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to our live stream.
We're the Water Street Blues Band, and you're watching Talking About Live, coming at you every Wednesday. Actually, this is the second last Wednesday of the season. But every Wednesday at 9 p.m. and in Tierra del Fuego, 12:35 a.m.
We're broadcasting international now.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
How's everybody
everybody.
doing? Thanks for tuning in. I'm Rob. I'm the guitar player in the Water Street Blues Band.
I'm Sylvia. I play keys and squeeze. That's accordion.
And I'm Paul, and I play bass guitar. Sometimes I play a little bit of guitar when I can't connect to these guys. And I'd like to introduce you to Fluffy, who is a very dear member of our band. This is Fluffy. He's obviously a rabbit.
Hey, Fluffy.
But Fluffy, for those of you who haven't watched this show before, Fluffy is our engineer. He's our... Thank you. He's my driver. And Fluffy also deals with all of our legal situations.
True.
of which there are many, and it's a growing pile
Oh, yeah.
of
That's right.
faxes.
Copyright.
Hey guys, we have an
faxes.
incredible show lined up, and I'm particularly humbled and excited to say that our guest today is acclaimed singer, songwriter, musical educator, and social justice thought leader, Joni NehRita. A gorgeous voice and really a very thoughtful person. And we also want to say that we're going to be honoring June Carter, cash, today because it's her birthday. And so we'll be honoring her through our little sort of segmented vintage vinyl piece. So we've got a great show lined up. We're going to be playing some live music. We've got some videos. Thanks for joining us.
And Paul, how's your fundraising activities going? I mean, last time we checked the total board, you had made 18 cents in your effort to fund your own personal foundation.
Yes. Now, most people have money when they establish a foundation. I thought I'd jump the gun. I established the foundation, get other people to contribute the money. It really works better,
Give
and
me
it's a
money.
gradual process. We
Give me
call this in
money.
business, this is called incremental. You wouldn't understand increments. So
Last week you had
that's
18
been going
cents.
so good. We're actually at 2 cents right now
Okay.
because of
Oh,
some
no.
legal issues.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're going
Okay.
backwards. That's terrible.
Going a little bit backwards, yeah. But I got to say, though, the campaign we started last week is going to continue this week. And we have a whole bunch of 8-track tapes left in the storage. We have a Water Street storage compartment right now.
Okay.
We have a whole stock of stuff left over. And this is really what I think is going to kickstart this foundation. And I'd like to roll some tape here. And I'd like some people to put their money where their mouth is.
All right.
I should say where their fingers are, and type in, hit
Right.
like, share us, just involve us in every part of your life. And let's roll.
But
Look what's
Paul,
coming in your mail. It says, get 11 albums for only $1 when you join the Columbia Record and Tape Club. Terrific? Well, I'm about to tell you how to go this offer one better and get 12 records or
Pause
tapes
it.
instead of 11
Pause
for
it.
that very
We have to pause this. We have to pause this. We have to pause it. Okay. Why are we pausing it?
Okay, listen, I didn't mention it. Rob wanted me to. Today is also Estonia Victory Day.
Okay.
This
you did
special,
mention it.
this is an important thing for me as well because of my connections with Eastern Europe. I want to this highlights us. We've sold out of the other tapes. We've only got Estonian tapes right now. There's it converges the whole situation. Let's roll the tape.
Okay. It's not. You don't know anything about. It's just you. It's not.
I don't remember recording any of this.
From over here.
Very nice. You've been busy.
For the Beatles.
From Columbia, and be sure to look for the secret gold box and to use it, or look for the secret gold box in the January issues of these magazines.
Psychology Today.
I remember that.
Look it up, guys. For $1. This is how we're not making money, by the way. So $50 to ship a tape.
Well, Paul, I think that's going to cause your own personal money foundation to just skyrocket.
And a whole system of lawsuits with the government of Estonia. I apologize for that.
Thanks for that, Paul. I want to say, just acknowledge a few people who have tuned in tonight. Hey, Brett, good to see you.
Hi, Brett.
And you got your second vax, so way to go, man.
Woo!
Way to go. That's very community-minded. We're right behind you. Let's see. Brian Dietrich's offering to buy you a beverage, and Ruth is wondering if Fluffy does your wardrobe, Paul.
Yeah, I've been wearing the same thing since February. I haven't gone outside. The air conditioning on 65 degrees.
It's perfect.
Speaking of outside and the community in which we live, it's a community shout-out time.
Yeah, this week we've got community shout-out. Just speaking of vaccines, Brett, vaccinehunters.ca. It's a great volunteer organization that is helping people all over Canada get their first and second vaccine, and it's complicated, especially when we're trying to get everyone in as quickly as possible. And just wanted to introduce you very quickly to one volunteer that's going by the name of Vaccine Batman, and she's a student at York University. And here's how she gets it done.
Yeah, I was trying to get my dad vaccinated at North York General Hospital, and I joined the Vaccine Hunters server, the Discord server, and Andrew, the founder, managed to find an appointment for my dad. And from then on, I just decided to pay it forward. So what I realized with the platform we had at Vaccine Hunters is that I was able to have a group of people who was also looking at different websites that I was also looking at. So I would be telling them, hey, I need spots for 2 healthcare workers that are my titas, and can you just let me know if there are any openings? And having that platform in Vaccine Hunters in our server is just very helpful to me, because then I was able to find appointments for the people I was looking vaccine slots for.
It's not as easy as it looks, is it, Bea? I mean, I understand your record is 4 minutes. Tell me how you got someone a vaccine appointment in 4 minutes.
Yeah, there was a guy in the server. He needed an appointment under high-risk conditions, and he just messaged me at 1:41, and I was like, okay, I'll keep looking for you. 4 minutes later, I got him an appointment at the same day, too, and I think that was my most impressive one so far.
Wow.
And who started calling?
And that's our Vaccine Batman. Cheers to Bea and to vaccinehunters.ca.
Superheroes.
No
exist.
kidding. You can follow them. Very kind group of people. Follow them online. If you go to that website, go to Twitter and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified. And you can also share that information with friends and family across the country.
So if you're having troubles finding that first or second dose, check these guys out, because they can really speed things up for you. This past summer now, 2020, we put out a record called Talkin' About.
Right.
And now's the time that we want to give away a digital version of that record to the first, listener, to the first viewer that can answer the very
skill testing question.
We call it the Blues Quiz. So the question today is, which classically trained artist who is equally at home in the jazz, blues, and pop worlds, and as well as a social activist, said these words: an artist's duty is to reflect the times. An artist's duty is to reflect the times. So if anyone has the answer to that question, Brian, it was not Chet Atkins.
Well, he played guitar with June Carter. So that's related.
He did. It is related. It's not the answer, though. So if you have the answer, just put it down in the comments, and the first person to get the answer will send out a digital version of our new record, Talkin' About. So I'll just repeat the question. Which classically trained artist, equally at home in the jazz, blues, and pop worlds, as well as being a social activist, said an artist's duty is to reflect the times?
All right. So we'll hold on to, we'll keep an eye out and come back to it.
Right. And before we bring on our special guest, we started this segment last week, and we thought it's time for everybody to relax a little bit. So this is my son, Mantis's Minute of Chill.
All right.
Michael.
Oh, it's not very chilling.
It's not very chilling.
Fluffy.
Getting annoyed.
Fluffy.
My blood pressure's going up.
That's not chill at all.
It's not chilling. Fluffy.
Oh my gosh.
Easter's 14 months away.
Oh my God. I don't know. how that's going to happen.
This is
No, it's got to be less than 12 months, right?
This is a 3-minute
It's a
minute
3-minute
show.
minute. It's
Shall
not
we-
coming up. I don't know what happened.
Well-
have to talk to Fluffy about that
We'll,
one. I don't
we'll,
know.
we'll
I guess
have
you
to go
just-
back to this segment next week.
Very strange. Even Fluffy's gone missing.
Yeah, Fluffy's got
Sorry
missing.
about that, folks. I was looking forward to that.
Oh,
Well,
well, maybe it'll turn up later.
Well, it's now time for our guest, and I'd like to. We're thrilled that Joni NehRita has joined us tonight.
Quick. That was quick.
She's a multi-instrumentalist, a singer, a songwriter, and arranger. She delivers a really unique jazz-tinged brand of soul, which is focused on melody and groove. And you'll absolutely, if you haven't heard Joni yet, you'll absolutely love her. She's played all around the world, toured throughout North America, and has been a guest vocalist with the KW Symphony, which is an amazing symphony orchestra in the world, and the Hamilton Philharmonic. So before Joni joins us, she's in the green room. Fluffy, I think that's where Fluffy went to get Joni from the green room to the production studio. We're going to play a little clip of a tune that Joni wrote.
All right, let's see if that's going to work for us here. Joni NehRita. Hello.
Hey, Joni.
Welcome to the show, Joni. It's wonderful to have you. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Wow, that was an incredible performance. What a groove. Let's start by telling us a little bit about that performance, Joni, and the show and the circumstances around it.
Yeah, sure. It was really early in the morning because it was Canada AM. I think sound check was like 6 in the morning or something ridiculous like that. But it was fun. It always was. We were on Canada AM 3 times, actually. That was the last time before the show got canceled. Womp womp. But yeah, we had just... How'd we No, I don't think we even finished the album yet. We were working on Bloom, and so we decided to give a little teaser that no one had heard yet before, and that's the truth.
That's the truth from the album Bloom, which is right there. So we might as well throw that up if people are interested in hearing the rest of that album.
A beautiful cover, yeah. And Joni, a lot of us know you as a vocalist, but you're also an incredible instrumentalist as well. You play and you sing, and tell us a little bit about your. Well, first of all, tell us about your vocal beginnings, maybe for our audience, and how that became a profession for you, and how you've navigated that.
Well, it became a profession, I think, by way of passion. I think I was telling Sylvia and Rob the other day that my family is not musical, and we're not what you would call sort of supportive and bolstering me along. So it really was just something that I felt that I had to do. And after a brief stint at university for a year to please my parents, I quit university and took lessons pretty much full time so that I could get into the Humber program, which I did. And I feel that a lot of my story began. I took vocal lessons maybe from age 17 up until the time I went to Humber that I paid for with waitressing money and stuff like that. But in terms of like really understanding how music could be a career, I feel like Humber gave me that because I was finally around people who were my peers and who, loved it as much as I did and that kind of thing.
Yeah, you really need to be be plugged into the business of music these days, and that's a tremendous program at Humber, and being plugged into that I think teaches you, of course, the principles of music and improves you, but it also introduces you to how to make it a career, and you've had an incredible career, and we've followed you over the years, and you're wonderful. So tell us about some of the instruments you play, and maybe that'll segue into a song.
A song.
Yeah. 1 second. I'm going to get one of them.
Thanks.
I'm not really good at it yet, but
Well, your voice is your principal instrument.
voice is my principal instrument. My piano is the second. I also play guitar, and I love playing percussion. So this is pandeiro. It's a Brazilian instrument, and it's kind of like a tambourine. It's got jingles, but there's lots of neat things that you can do with your fingers and all that kind of stuff. So that's my next foray.
Oh, very
Well,
cool.
it's got a kind of a floppier sound to it, eh? So you can, it's got a looser sort of feel to it, so you can really go deep in the middle, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's great. Can you, and you play guitar, and you play a little bit of guitar?
Yeah, I'm all right. I got aspirations, me and my telly.
Yeah, you've got a really cool telly. You played very, very well.
Would you honor us with a tune live for our audience on Talking About Live? And I know that some of your audience has also joined us tonight, so we welcome them. And if you could grace us with some of your song, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Awesome. I have a question before I play the song. This is so funny. I'm such a nutter. Are you still?
I want to warn you that the government has now started watching this show.
Oh no!
All levels of government. I received the phone call earlier, so be careful.
I want to know if you're still planning to play that video with the because I'm going to sing it. Is that okay? Is that a bit weird?
No,
Sure.
Play the song.
Yeah,
Play the song.
play whatever song you would like, Joni.
That's wonderful. That's
It's all
great.
good.
Yeah, we'll edit the thing after. Make it.
Maybe not.
No,
I'll
do
do
it.
He knows. This is from Bloom.
All right.
Nobody knows if we can get there, but we all feel the change. Sometimes it seems to come so slowly. We lie awake afraid, wondering if this life has any point at all. Nobody knows if we can get there to this brighter day. So many books and essays written on who we are to blame. Don't it make you tired? Do you feel ashamed? Wish we could all agree on just this one thing. There's no substitute for what love and kindness brings. We can argue, fuss, and fight, but the world keeps spinning. Sooner or later, she'll have a new beginning. Nobody's really just an island, interdependent rules. My song's the only sword I'm armed with. Sometimes I feel a fool, wondering if my words have any point at all. I wish we could all agree on just this one thing. There's no substitute We are one. Aren't we one? So at the end of this song, there are these little kids who come in and they like talk about hope and being kind to people, and it's super cute. So if you haven't heard it, you should go listen to Bloom right now and listen to those beautiful little voices.
That was absolutely wonderful, Joni, and man, what a message for right now. You know, as you know, the world is in a pretty interesting place. That message of love and kindness is so important. So thank you for writing that song. Thank you for singing it right now.
No problem.
And beautiful that it's part of that album Bloom that's out right now as your latest CD. And I love the lyrics. I mean,
well, it's not exactly the latest. It's like 4.5, 5 years old.
Okay.
The latest is going to be released in like a couple weeks.
Okay, right.
But I just want to correct Joni. Joni said go right now to listen to Bloom. Don't go right now because you're going to miss the rest of Joni. So after the show's over, then go check out Bloom and make sure you go check out Bloom. We will know if you've checked out Bloom because Paul's related to the government.
Here it is.
It's over at midnight.
Joni, you know, Paul took you back to you know, where your musical beginnings, you know, may have first started emerging, but you know, you must have had this thought in your head at some point that music was going to be the passion that you were going to pursue. When did that moment arrive for you?
I mean, pretty young. I always told my parents, they just didn't listen. Yeah, really young, like Michael Jackson and Diana Ross and Whitney Houston. This is a lot of the stuff that I was listening to, or my mom was listening to when I was a kid. So it was pretty early that it was like, ooh, I want to do that. I think, though, there was a transition, if I think about it a little deeper, that at first it was like, I want to sing, like I want to like command the stage, like, you know, Whitney or MJ. And now it's very much more about songwriting and producing all the little bits to make a song come together. I mean, I love to sing, but I struggle a lot with allergies and bronchitis and all kinds of stuff. So I don't always have access to the voice that I would like. And so, I don't know, somewhere along the line, the writing part became equally, if not more, the passion.
Well, the first, you know, I think when we were speaking earlier or before the show, you had said that, you know, you started out at some open mics to sort of test things out. How terrified were you the first time you stepped in front of a mic? Or was
Make that assumption right now.
Or was it, this is where I belong?
Oh, I mean, like, I wanted it to be where I belonged. Like, you know what I mean? It's that weird thing of like, oh my freaking goodness, all these people are looking at me. What do I do with my hands? And yeah, like getting used to microphone technique and stuff like that. It was freaking terrifying. So much so that I took performance classes for like a good 3 years. Even while I was at York doing university, I would like leave classes to go and do my performance classes with Art Nevsky in Toronto. And that was really, really helpful. He's a super silly kind of guy, strict in a way, but silly at the same time, and just really was able to draw out like the real person so that you can get out of the fear and just get into the sharing of the joy that you claim that you have when you're performing music, you know?
That's so important. It's the getting beyond yourself is a really tough thing to do when you stand up on a stage.
I think it's great for young people to hear you talk about that, who I know have, you know, shown some interest in your being on our show, and it's an inspiration that it's, you know, it's okay to have those butterflies, and there's, you know, ways that you can seek some kind of training or help or cheerleaders, anything that kind of gets you past that to be where you really want to be.
Totally. And one thing I'll say to young people who, if they're listening, that really helped me, that it seems counterintuitive. You're in front of an audience and you're like, oh my God. But actually looking at people helps, because mostly they're good people. They want you to do well, right? Yeah. So if you look in their eyes and they're like, oh yeah, they'll smile or they'll give you a little nod or whatever. And then that's like, oh, right. Okay. They like it. They like me. They're like, okay, this is going well. Great. Yeah. Where the tendency for a lot of young people, myself anyway, was to like avoid looking at people, like, oh my God, what if our eyes lock? So what if they do? They'll probably smile at you and then you'll feel great and going,
Good, really good advice.
That's great advice.
It resonates, what you said about, excellence, bringing out excellence through joy rather than fear, or dogma, or like this, the fear of music books and the fear of studying music. It's really draws out excitement and creativity in a better way, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Now, you trained at Humber, which is a really great school, really known for jazz, but you confessed to us that you really love pop songs, not popular songs that groove. They get people moving.
And you
move
write
people,
them that
and
way,
you write them too.
Yes, I mean, I love jazz. I really do. But I think at heart, like I was telling you, the marriage between pop, R&B, funk, like I'm going to clump those all together, let's say, and then having jazzy bits on top is the ticket for me. I love the chords. I love the harmony of jazz and the improvisational nature. But I love a good hook. I whether it's the bass line or the guitar part, the vocal melody, I love hooks. Like that's all I'm about.
Well, your melodies are infectious, and you're such a strong songwriter. I also want to touch on two sort of vocal things that you did. You the guest vocalist at the KW Symphony and the Hamilton Phil. That must have been amazing to have a symphony back you. How tell us about that experience.
Yeah, it's beyond. It's beyond. For a kid who just freaking loved music as much as I did and did not have access to real players playing real instruments, but, listen to all those 60s and 70s music with all this gorgeous, everyone had orchestras and whatnot in the day. It was just like amazing. And I remember at the first rehearsal, like bursting into tears. Like they played like one note and I'm like, they were like, what's happening here? And it was like, okay, you guys are used to yourself, but this is like a singer's dream. When those strings came in, I'm telling you, it was like, okay.
Well, when you watch a symphony for real, it's very powerful, but I can only imagine what it's like to be like standing just a couple of feet away. The power of those instruments just...
Yeah, it's beyond. And the fact that I could hear myself, props to the sound team, they're freaking loud, like you said. And the center and the square in particular, the sound was just like, holy crap, do you have it nailed? Yeah. Wow. And fast.
Wow.
Yeah, they're well, it's one of the best concert halls in the world.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Center in the Square. And then, in the grade 11 physics textbook, it's used as an example historically
of
perfect acoustics. It really is world renowned.
It feels great on that.
Joni, we'd love if you'd sing another tune.
Oh yeah.
Yak yak yak. Hey, that was a joke. Please laugh at my jokes.
It's not hard.
No. Someone in the back, my husband is probably like praying that I don't tell something really cheesy. I'm so cheesy.
It's all good. Cheesy is good.
You don't know what you're saying.
It's Joni and NehRita.
Okay, before I sing, I just need to do something, which is turn up my vocals in my monitor. And
This is live, folks.
this is live.
Technology.
All right. And I'm going to sing. I'm just going to sing this one.
There we go.
I wrote this last spring as we were hitting the height of the pandemic. I just wanted to write something comforting. It's called You Might Need Somebody. You might need somebody. You might need a friend. You're the leader, you're the fighter, the one everyone turns to. So the fall caught you off guard, brought you to your knees. Oh, that catch when you insisted you're doing just fine. It's okay to go off script tonight, 'cause I'll hold your secrets, come as you are. 'Cause you might need somebody. Don't be too proud to let some light back in. When you cry, you can lean right on me. I'll pick you up, I'll dust you off, I'll be your friend. Said you might need somebody. You might need a friend. You're the joker, you're the party, the one everyone turns to. So the fall caught you off guard, brought you to your knees. Always cracking jokes to prove you're doing just fine. It's okay to go off script tonight, 'cause I'll hold your secrets, come as you are. 'Cause you might need somebody. Don't be too proud to let some light back in. When you cry, you can lean right on me. I'll pick you up, I'll dust you off, I'll be your friend. Yeah, you might need somebody. You might need a friend. You might need somebody. You might need a friend.
Wow.
Wow. Thank you.
Joni, that song did have everything. It had a hook instantly. It stays in your mind, and besides being so positive, and the lyrics, the whole story is uplifting. And where is that song going to be next that we can hear it?
It's going to be on the new album Love and Protest, which is being mastered right now. And the way I did it, it's nothing like that on the album. It's actually a reggae song.
Okay.
Which is pretty fun.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is that you can just see that, you know, it has like an anthemic quality. It's sweet. It's you know, has, and you say it was inspired, you know, during the pandemic, but somehow it's a way to feel uplifted. That's great. And that album, I mean, we're how long away from being able to maybe hear it or being able to purchase it?
Well, so I sent it off, and the mastering engineer said, I'll have a few to listen to this week, but he won't get to it in earnest until next week. So that's like the end of next week. And then I'm going to upload it on my website before it's available anywhere else.
Right.
Because I like to encourage people to buy from my website because that's where I make the money.
That's right. And there it is. There it is.
There it is.
Exactly.
Website right up there.
Shop direct.
So it's like, it's right there. It does everything that iTunes and
Fair trade these
one
days.
that cannot be mentioned that starts with an S. You know, if that's where you listen to music, that's cool. But I would strongly encourage people to buy music directly from independent artists as much as they can, because we really don't make much on streaming at all.
Now you had, no, that's true. And you had this gorgeous artwork, this gorgeous photograph I just had to share. And I know the album, this isn't the album, but just to let it sink into people's minds. Love and Protest, that album is coming soon.
And that's why Hillary
available. I'm
Camilleri.
available to promote your endeavors.
Cheers. I just want to shout out Hillary Gold Camilleri, who took that photo, has taken all my photos for the last 5 years.
Shout out. Beautiful photography that you've had
lovely.
Coming along. And, you know, that's going to be your next album. And I think as Rob and Paul both, so we had Bloom, and I would also just, if people are going to download a record from your website, they might as well get ready for Christmas because it's the best Christmas song. It's on our playlist. It's on our playlist, and we've got that tune as well. It's called Merry Christmas, Joni NehRita. Just look it up. And I know it's not the season yet, but just to have that there for, may as well.
It's always the season for Christmas.
Buy it now. You'll be
You
ready.
got to start planning early. Musicians got to start writing early for Christmas.
Exactly.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, we've played it. You know, this is going to be probably a time when people will want to share Christmas music, and that'll be a really great choice for us in the community. And the guys mentioned earlier that you're also, now I had known that you were a music educator, even at Laurier, and workshops, master classes. I don't know how, if that's something maybe in it's kind of online now, but has it been a regular part of your career for a while?
Yeah, it's been a part of my career for as long as my career, over 20 years. And it started with private lessons, piano and voice. And then actually when I moved out here to Guelph, there's a school in town called Octave Music, and they used to have another location in Kitchener called Grand River Music. And the owner was awesome, and he would just let me kind of do whatever. So I was like, I think I want to, start a rock band with Adam, who was my partner and drummer at the time. And we want to do funk lessons with them, and we want to take them to the studio, and we want to do all this fun stuff with the kids. And he was like, well, okay, go nuts, figure it out. And we did. And it was really, that was kind of the start of me really resonating with group learning, because, it's fine to learn an instrument by yourself. And arguably you need to kind of get some stuff together by yourself. Mm-hmm. But there's something that happens, obviously, when you are playing music with other people. Oh, wait a minute, I'm not in time. I'm not in tune. You're too loud. All that stuff, right? That's the stuff I love, kind of like navigating with young people. And so navigate we did. It was fun.
That's amazing. And there's a transition, I think, too, with this next album that's coming out. In fact, I think we saw you the first time in Guelph at Manhattan's. And you were behind, I think, the way I remember it anyway, just like a glossy black baby grand, and you playing and singing jazz, and it was just a idyllic evening. And of course, we saw you at many other performances since. But most recently, just tying into that group session, completely, well, not actually completely different, sort of tied into that was the seminar, online seminar that we attended. I think it was called Better Me, Songs for Community. And it was such a, I mean, I don't know if it connects to this new album, but that's now that you talk about the group music and now this kind of enlightening work that you've been doing with community, and maybe if you could tell everybody a little bit about how that came about and where we're headed.
Yeah, sure. The Songs for Community idea came about because I've been, well, not during the pandemic, but I was leading a choir for about 7 years called Guelph Glee, and it's a pop choir, women mostly. Sometimes we'd have the odd man who'd come for like one session and go, oh, wait a minute, I'm the only dude here. Okay, no. But I didn't intend it to be a women's choir. It kind of worked out that way. And we sang everything from the Beatles to Aretha Franklin to Motown and Joni Mitchell and everything in between, Adele even. And I did the arranging for this choir, and I loved it. And people would get wind of that, or maybe, come to their performances and say, hey, do you want to lead like a choir for justice or social justice or something? Because you do that in your own music. Like you should, put the two together. And I was like, yeah, no. I don't know. It was not appealing to me at the time. And I think a part of why it wasn't appealing is because I'm a writer. We were doing these pop tunes in Guelph Glee, and that was totally cool. It's like once a week. But to sort of build a whole other choir around songs I didn't write wasn't that appealing to me. And also, I'm not really of the folk tradition, and a lot of the people that were asking were kind of, the three chords and the truth. That was kind of what they were wanting, and I was like, yeah, I'm not that person, and so, fast forward, I kind of went on with things, and these questions would come up every now and then, and I'd be like, yeah, no. So anyway, finally I landed at, hey, I could write songs for choirs. I don't have to lead the choir, but I could write a whole body of work that is specifically with community singing in mind, and other people can lead these songs, and I can give them backing tracks, hire a band, record them, and all this kind of stuff, provide the music, but they could make it what they will. They could, turn it into something a little more folky or something a little more whatever. They could basically embrace these songs and have them be kind of like a new civil rights-ish type, you know what I'm saying? Like something where you've got the social justice and you've got the activism and love is the answer, but it's not the whole answer. You actually have to do critical thinking too, and not just send love into the universe.
Right.
And wear patchouli and all that. So
wear patchouli.
And you got to do something about it, and you're doing something about it with your work. We can't just talk about it. Like you're actually doing something with your music.
So I thought, what if I put my energy into that? So that'll be the next project, but it'll be a huge undertaking, and I needed to kind of get Love and Protest out of the way.
That's wonderful.
Well, it was exceptional, Amy, for the one that we attended online, the way you integrated the music, your music, and the message there. And what I recall, I don't know if there's any way to watch it again, but from what I recall, that there was a way to develop empathy, and the kind of interweaving of the song was so powerful, I think, for everyone kind of to do some inner, exploration as well as connecting to the community. I thought it was really great balance.
Rob, you do nothing. You do nothing. Sorry.
That's not true, Rob. You're great.
Well, I do something. Joni, the half hour has just blown by in just a nanosecond. And I do listen very well because we've put together a very special rider for you. And we want to thank you for being on our show tonight. And you revealed to us that what you most wanted out of a rider was very wonderful, locally roasted, organic, fair trade cup of coffee. This was something. This was something that was
Did you tell Rob that? Because now
very, very important.
You told Paul.
Very, very important to you. So
this was tough.
Oh, where's this going? I'm scared.
So we put our best agent on the case. So we set Fluffy free and said, Fluffy, you have to find the best. And Fluffy's a rabbit, but our rabbit, he loves milk. He loves milk. He drinks milk all the time. He's a very strange rabbit, but he loves lattes. So here, what we're going to do is we're going to show you the examples.
He's just giving you a kiss. So sweet.
We're going to find. He manufactured some lattes for you, so we're going to ask our audience to pick the lattes they like the best.
Okay.
And that's the latte that you will have in your dressing room. So there's Fluffy. Fluffy, he's created an ethically sourced rider, and he's a coffeeholic. He really is. He smelled coffee, and the ears went up, and there he went. I think Paul's going to explain the rest of it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'll tell you when to switch images, Fluffy. It was we had a budget, and the budget was admittedly under $2 an hour, which is illegal in this part of the province. So we started our own business here, and we opened Fluffy's Cake and Bakery and Coffee Shop, and we've been training Fluffy, and we've used sanitary equipment and everything. So we've created a menu that we'd like our audience to choose from, and you can also choose as a contestant and guest. As we go through this. So let's go to the first option here. And I'm going to get Sylvia to read this because I can't see from this distance.
I need my glasses. Let's see. Okay,
Okay, keep note of this stuff. And I'd like that. You can put thumbs up if you want to vote. You can vote consistently. The thumbs up brings more cash flow.
Okay,
it's a very simple design.
The Grande Sunrise Macchiato, topped with a single grain of organic cinnamon. Okay, $10 US.
$10 US.
US, yes, because of the dollar. The Canadian dollar is not stable. The government's listening right now, so I can't talk about that. Let's go to the next option.
Oh, God.
Tall Mona Lisa Americano Misto, lovingly sculpted by a stranger's barista finger. $12 US.
Now, this is handmade. Machines can do this cheaper, but this really promotes promotes automation in all senses right now. Sylvia.
The Venti Sleep Killer Latte with real human hair.
That's horrible.
That's not funny.
That's horrible.
It's my hair. It's mostly my hair. No, and really, what this is really talking about is kind of a farm to table approach, like a local, like you using your own clippings. Oh, this one's excellent.
Surprise inside. Breakfast combo surprise.
It contains one used 1978 Wintario ticket.
Well, that could be worth a lot.
And today's dollars, that could be worth a lot of money.
So, yeah, $15.
Lead-free ink.
Oh my God, I can't even look at it.
Let's keep going.
There's more?
Yeah, there's more. Finally, we mentioned earlier in the show that this is Estonia's Victory Day. And we've done something really, I think, really unique. I think something that's going to sing in a special kind of way, Sylvia.
Estonian is president's ear espresso. $22. So, the Easter.
So, Joni,
Okay.
let's see. What do our fans
goodness.
say? Avoid it all. don't touch it.
All right. That's
Ron Bean says you should get it along with carrot cake.
Oh my God.
not even the carrot cake.
Which one might you want to select,
You have
Joni?
to really pick one.
I think I'm gonna have to go with the killer one with the hair.
Oh yeah, the
right.
sleep killer.
Oh, the sleep killer.
Oh,
Good.
that was creative.
That was creative.
So you know what? I think Fluffy's going to arrange that because we have a
That's
big.
480 grams. Grams, not milligrams. Grams of caffeine. I'll tell you right now, you will be in orbit after that.
And it'll be perfect for our wild
Deep space.
our wild after party.
So, Joni,
in
please
the green room.
stick with us when. But right now, Fluffy's going to escort you to the green room. But we're going to play one of your videos, and maybe we could ask you to set it up first. It's a beautifully shot video by your partner Will, and maybe you can set up the song a little bit.
The song's called "If Not Now When," and it is the first single off of "Love and Protest." It's been remixed for the album. So this is probably like the last time people are going to hear this on a show because we're going to swap out for the new mix and master, which is kind of awesome.
Right.
But anyway, shot in Guelph on an iPhone 10 XR, and it was a gorgeous day. And we had gone out because I wanted to take pretty pictures because I couldn't see Hillary because it was a pandemic. And my husband was like, hey, why don't you like sing a little bit of If Not Now When, like just mimic it to your phone. And I was like, okay. And then we got home and we looked at the footage and we were like, holy shit, this could be like a music video. Wow. So we went the next day and I wore the same outfit and tried to do my makeup the same. And then we shot the video in earnest.
And the same lighting and of course this.
Yeah, we went at the same time of the day, and yeah, we were just lucky.
Well, it's a powerful song as well, and so we're going to play the full video because it's just worth everyone hearing the whole thing, and you can see it later.
And Joni and NehRita, thank you for joining us, and please check out Joni's website. You can pick up her albums off the website directly from the artist, and this is a little sneak preview of music to come.
Bye, Joni.
Thanks, Joni.
Bye, Joni.
Hope Fluffy gets
Fluffy?
it. Yeah.
Give it to us now. Give me freedom to love in all the ways I want to. Access to green space and fresh food. Give me health care on which I can depend. Give it to me now, if not now, when? Give me the right to speak without your tone policing. Be accountable without the fragile weeping. Give us nuance and don't forget context. Give it to us now, if not now, when? Give it to us now. Give us values beyond what serves corporations. Give every child the right to education. Stop making scapegoats of brown-skinned immigrants. Give it to us now, if not now, when? Give us politicians with real transparency. Give us clean water for all communities. Give back dignity to those who've been oppressed. Give it to them now, if not now, when? Give it to us now. Give it to us now. Give us your ear without the victim blaming. Let us be heard without the constant shaming. Give us space to tell our stories instead. Give it to us now, if not now, when? How about feminists marching for women of color? Acknowledge differences without making us other. See where oppression and privilege intersect. Give it to us now, if not now, when?
There you have it, folks.
Thank you, Joni. It was
Joni
inspiring.
NehRita.
Wow.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much for being our guest tonight.
Thanks, Joni.
Yeah.
And
good luck in the green room.
Powerful.
Very powerful.
Powerful song, and I don't think any songwriter has managed to get a message with that much happening. I mean, it's really, imagine the album that's coming out now, Love and Protest, starting with that song and the song that Joni played for us earlier. So can't wait to see all of that.
Yeah, it's a beautifully shot video too. It's it really it's expressive, and it's all about open arms and acceptance. Thank you, Joni. It was a really great appearance tonight. Thank you.
Well, folks,
but now we have to get into more realistic situation.
10 o'clock.
We do. We're going to go over a little bit today, folks. We sometimes don't do that, but tonight we're going to do it. Last week we didn't actually play any music, and
no, I think we might do that.
We might play a little bit of music ourselves. But before we want to do that, I think we want to talk about our presence on social media a bit, Sylvia.
I mean, on the beach?
On the beach. It's summer.
It's our summer socials.
It's our summer socials.
Yes, and you know what? We're so happy to be on Twitch. And we know that we haven't done it yet, but we're still planning to spend like a whole 3 or 4 hours out on Twitch, and of course on Facebook at Water Street Blues Band. There you go. Yeah, he's having a good time there. It's great. It's actually summer now. Even it sort of matches the weather out there. Most importantly,
ruin my strings.
We love the likes, especially on YouTube. Right? This is keeping us out of a lot of legal hot water.
If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel.
Even if you're not, just hop over.
Yeah, please do that, because you'll be notified of when we have shows and when we post new videos. We do that regularly. And if we hit 1,000 views, they actually will be able to send Paul ointment for his rash.
No. Just no, we'll stop.
I've passed ointments. I'm going to more pure things like oils.
So, hello, wait a minute.
Like extracts, oils, things like that.
Okay.
Essences.
Essences.
That's the other thing I'm interested in, right? The essence of this, the essence of that.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us today. I think maybe we will do. Should we? I think Paul.
We're gonna stick around and do the whole show if you guys are up to it. If you can handle it.
All right. Well, we could
sure.
play that one, a demo. We
yeah,
got a demo.
Paul, the band's demoing a new tune. We haven't recorded it yet, but it's an early version.
Well, why don't we just play? We'll play that demo.
We're gonna be. This is our second last show. Next week is our last show before we take a break, and so we've been doing the show, which has been a lot of work, actually. And it's been a real labor of love for us. But we've also been writing and doing demos, and we're getting ready this summer. We're going to be doing some more recording, and then we'll be back in the fall. So part of our demo process is to put little pieces like this together. And this one's called Movin' Men. And we're going to be working on it some more. So here's a little preview.
Little preview.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Aw. Hey!
Well, Mr. Moving Man, get your van and put it there at my baby's door. Well, Mr. Moving Man, get your van and put it there at my baby's door. Please take this lonesome boy from his toy, Mr. Moving Man.
All right.
Well, Mr. Moving Man, tell me if you can, how much would it be? Well, Mr. Moving Man, tell me if you can, how much would it be? Please take this broken man if you can,
Clip art drummer.
Mr. Moving Man. Take it.
Just solos in here.
Sound effects.
I'm gonna have to figure out a guitar line for this.
It's in E. Did you say it was in the key of E? We've tried it.
The closed captions.
Hey, Mr. Moving Man, if you can, please tell my woman that I won't be home. Well, Mr. Moving Man, if you can, please tell my woman that I won't be home. Please make her understand that I'm a traveling man, Mr. Moving Man. Come on, man, go, baby. Deluxe Dodge Caravan. Well, Mr. Moving Man, don't look back no matter what you do. Well, Mr. Moving Man, don't look back no matter what you do. Take this broken man if you can, Mr. Moving Man.
Yeah.
Spelled wrong.
Step on it, step on it.
Woo!
Glory, man. Rocket.
Yeah. Moving Man.
A little sneak peek demo.
That was really fun, too.
That was a fun video, Paul.
Yeah, there you go. You guys going to do one now?
Yeah.
Live?
Are we going
Yeah.
Let's do
Is
it.
it live or Memorex?
No, yeah, well, I think we're ready to do one. We just we're gonna play it for our practice for when we play live again.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's see if we can do this. I'll give Paul a break. Is that gonna work for you, Paul?
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know. Do we have a scene where there's just like the two of us? Fluffy. Let's see.
Don't
there
worry
we
about
are.
it.
There we are.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance. moonlights, with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance beneath the cover of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sounds of the breezes that blow. And I'm trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. You know the night's magic seems to whisper in hush. You know the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Well, I wanna make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning is come. And I know the time is just right, and straight into my arms you will run. When you come, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you're never alone. There and then all my dreams will come true, dear. There and then I will make you my own. You know light's magic since the whispering hush. You know the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance, with the stars up above and your eyes are fantabulous night to make a romance beneath the cover of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sounds of the breezes that blow. And I'm trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. You know the night's magic seems to whisper in hush. You know the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? One more moon dance with you, baby, in the moonlight on a magic night. Love, 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 love in the moonlight on a magic night. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Let's see.
There we go. A little bit of Water Street music for you. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight.
We have to get Paul back. Hold on.
Where did
What?
Paul go?
What? Oh my.
What? Did you have another power?
I was past my bedtime. My family is sleeping in this room.
I believe it. I have to
You have to be respectful of your family. We understand
Okay,
that.
that's good. All right, you starting the party early, Paul. That's all right.
We really want to thank our very special guest this evening, Joni NehRita.
Oops.
What was that?
Paul, are you okay?
You okay, Paul?
Domestic problems.
We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. And as Paul said, this is our second last show, but we take a little break for the summer. But stick around every Wednesday over the summer. We're going to be posting. Well, you let us know. Email us at info@waterstreetband.com and let us know. Maybe there's certain shows you would like to see again, and we'll make sure we run them.
If there are personal questions you want me to answer regarding Rob, send them my way.
Anyway, we'll be posting some shows from the past every Wednesday at 9 p.m. throughout the entire summer until we come back in the fall.
But next week
we have a very, very special guest, and it's actually our anniversary. It's 1 year anniversary of this show, Talking About Live, and we have Tom Gray, who is the leader and the lead singer and one of the major songwriting forces on the Kitchener-Waterloo, Kitchener Blues Festival favorite, Delta Moon. So Tom Gray will be joining our show next week live from Atlanta. We're thrilled that he will be able to join us. So tune in next Wednesday at June 30th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're going to be in for a real treat.
And I know he's a real favorite here. So with Tom bringing the music of Delta Moon to the Kitchener Blues Festival, I think, was it 2 or 3 times over the years?
At least 3 times.
Yeah,
and, it could have been more, but I think the pandemic may have canceled a couple of appearances. So
we'll be excited to
We're
talk
really
with
thrilled
Tom.
to have Tom on the show, and we're looking forward to it. So please join us next week when our special guest will be Tom Gray of Delta Moon. I think it's time to pack up.
Say goodnight, Paul.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, baby.
Okay.
Bye-bye, my baby. You're my baby. So the total disaster show again.
We have to celebrate. This is celebrate. No, it's going to be our anniversary.
Celebrate. It was a disaster.
It's going to be our anniversary next 1 year anniversary of doing this.
1 year of hell.
We're the Water Street Blues Band. You've been listening to Talking About Live, coming at you every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Next Wednesday, join us when our special guest will be Tom Gray of Delta Moon, coming at us all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. See you next week, folks.
Thank you for joining us.
Paul, is that Kool-Aid you're drinking?
It's Daddy's medicine.
Oh my gosh, it's getting
That's dangerous.
Creepier.
That's
Anyway,
dangerous.
next week we're celebrating. Very wholesome celebration with our honorary Canadian Tom Gray, because it'll be Canada Day Eve. June
Canada Day
30th.
Eve,
Yeah.
we've welcomed Tom and Mark Johnson and Frainer and various drummers as Delta Moon to the Kitchener Blues Festival many times. So they are honorary Canadians in our hearts. So we'll have a fun night. So join us next week.
Thanks everybody.
Join
Good night.
us in the government.